This new piece of technology, the Connexon Vest, will help UAB coaches track players' data live. They'll be able to see how they're doing with performance, their speed, even their fatigue during a game and out here on the practice field. For instance, if I put this vest on, this device right here in the back will track all of my data. All right, cool. How about we get some smoke as well right now? Let's do some 3-on-3.
Absolutely.
All right, cool. Let's get. We got a team. Got a couple teams here.
Let's go, AJ.
Right.
Check up. AJ,
all right,
check
so
up.
we're gonna play against the younger kids here. All right, you gonna check up? Okay. All right, I'm checking you. All right, here we go. All right, let's go. You got there? Okay, here we go. Come on. All right, but, oh no! Oh no! Pass it out. Oh, hand up. So, young ladies, how do you all like playing? Good.
Please don't put Nike in my face.
Oh, so sorry. I apologize. You're out here right now with a few of the players, Lyndon Blake, of course, and the Magic City Brigade in the back, got the flags out, ready for this Sunday. I apologize to P, number 28 on UAB, for disgracing your jersey.
No.
I apologize for that. But they are not showing you my excellent defensive play person. But they are. We are showing that. Look at that.
Man,
wow.
that hurt.
Yeah, it's a little bit of a stinger. I will say that. Yes. A little stinger. We are working through it right now. Yeah. Toughing it out. You know, that's all you can do, man.
That's what we doing.
Sideline. That's right.
And even Tim Hudson's going to be showing up tomorrow, man. I can't wait to tell you more about it, brother.
Oh, yes, sir. You know, you got Braves alumni, former pro ball players. Woo! For people who aren't familiar with alternative baseball, tell us a little bit about it, man. We're here at Homer Smiles Field for a matchup between two undefeated 5A Region 6 teams, 3-0 Leeds hosting 3-0 Moody in a matchup that has major playoff implications. They call it the Battle of the Bridge. Let's find out who takes the top spot. I heard about your knee, but look, Russell Jones is out here. He's doing okay, Mike, so no real excuses this time around. All right, thanks, Coach. Great job, everyone. So far, who do you say is leading right now?
Well, I got to talk to our GM right now, but I would say Mr. Gardner so far.
Oh, okay,
so
Mr.
far,
Gardner.
I think he's got it early.
What do you think about Mr. Jones, Mr. Russell Jones over here?
I think he's got some good dance moves. Basketball might not be his thing, but we'll find out soon.
I'll take that.
All right, so we'll keep working on this. Coach Saint, thank you so much again for your time. Appreciate you.
Go ahead. Right. Splash buddy. Woo! John, you got to move a little faster now.
As a batter, that is a good hit. The way in which you score.
Last week, Parker had a big win over Clay Chalkville.
Yeah.
Could they repeat that again this week? Let's check out how they did against the Trojans from Muscle Shoals. The Trojans coming in, of course, at 9-1. So the Bison, hey, we got to get started early. Marchavius Purnell said, hey, give me a little bit of daylight. I'll take it to the house, taking this all the way to the end zone. Saturday night, we're going to come out here to Protective Stadium for the Birmingham Legion. They're hoping to score a lot of goals. Their opener is here tomorrow night. We'll tell you all about it here on Goody Extra after the break. And a walk, and Kelly gets a nice piece of that one going over right field, and that's gone. From the Deep South to South London, how did Chris Richards, a kid raised in the football-crazed state of Alabama, end up playing the more internationally popular version of a sport with the same name?
I know my parents signed me up for it when I was younger, and I think maybe just because it came so naturally to me, I was like, just let me keep playing, and then I just continued to play. And then it was like the more and more I kept playing, it was like I kind of felt like an outsider to all my friends because, like you said, everybody was playing American football. But then it was also like it was kind of cool to be a little bit unique, being the only kid that's playing soccer.
Richards was born in Birmingham and also grew up in Hoover. He fell in love with the beautiful game at a young age. One person who saw that firsthand is his former coach and now director of the Hoover Soccer Club, Thomas Fox.
He was one of those kids that definitely got our attention for how much fun he was having, how much interest he has in it, how much consistent he was. So the first time that we met him was one of the many kids just trying to play soccer, and then it became what we only see now.
His position as one of the best American defenders is something he doesn't take for granted, and he wants kids in the Birmingham area to know what his parents told him. If someone isn't laughing at your dream, it isn't big enough.
Teacher would ask me what I want to be when I grew up, and I'd say, a professional soccer player. And they would I wouldn't say they would laugh at me, but they were like, oh, okay, like if I was a professional football player, they would have been like, oh, like doable, maybe. But a professional soccer player, like, nah, no chance. So don't let anybody discourage you from what you want to do. Like, don't let anybody tell you that you can't do it.
What started with a scroll on social media has led to about a dozen kids from this Trussville neighborhood rolling on their way to school on Wednesday mornings.
Hello!
The founder of the Magnolia Bike Bus, Audra Marshall, says she saw the idea on the Instagram page of Bike Bus World and thought it would be a great idea for kids in her neighborhood.
I came across Coach Balto's page, and he's one of the pioneers for bringing the Bike Bus initiative over to the United States.
Oh,
So I said, why not? We can do this in our neighborhood, so we brought it here. It was actually pretty challenging. There are a lot of rules when it comes to enforcing things outside of the normal school bus system that schooling has. But luckily, I'm tapped into my neighborhood, so I was able to get our neighborhood. Now I'm working on the ones surrounding us.
And so far, she says the kids and parents have loved it.
On bike bus days, they're up. They don't have to push their kids to wake up in the morning. And even one of our bike bussers, she wanted her parent to ride with us specifically on her birthday because it's so special for her.
And Audra says if you're interested in starting a bike bus of your own, you can check out Bike Bus World like she did, or just email her, magnoliabikebus@gmail.com. Your reporter in Trustville, I'm Jonathan Skinner, WBRC 6 News, on your side.
Well,
For the first time in 92 games, the Alabama Crimson Tide lined up as underdogs, facing off against the #1 defense in the country, the Georgia Bulldogs. And Georgia would get out started early. After going up 3 on their first drive, their second would be helped by former Hoover Buck George Pickens with a big catch to put the Bulldogs in the red zone. Then on that same drive, Stetson Bennett, quarterback for Georgia, finding Darnell Washington in the back of the end zone, the Bulldogs going up 10-0. But despite Georgia boasting the best defense in the country, only allowing about 6 points this season per game, Alabama's passing attack came alive in the second quarter, led by Heisman candidate Bryce Young. Young would connect with wideout Jameson Williams for a 67-yard touchdown and a little celebration on the end. But Young wasn't done there, finding John Mechie later for a big game. Then later on, they connect for a 13-yard touchdown on what would be a record-setting first half for Young. His 286 passing yards, the most in a half in SEC championship game history, breaking former Auburn quarterback Cam Newton's record. After an Alabama field goal and a Georgia touchdown, it would be 17-all. But to end the half, Young would find the end zone one more time, this time using his legs to put Bama up 24-17 at half.
I think it was just us as a whole, obviously we wanted to get out to a better start than we did, but I think we all stepped up and we all answered the bell. We all understood, what was at stake. We all understood that we needed to step up.
And it'd be more of the same in the second half. This time Young coming out firing, connecting again with Jameson Williams for a deep touchdown pass. And later on, the Bama defense stepping up, forcing Stetson Bennett into an interception picked off by DeMarco Helms, who took it all the way back to the house. Bama pulling off the win, 41-24.
From the Texas A&M game on, we've been able to grow as a team. We haven't always been the most consistent, but at times when we've played well, like we're capable of playing, we've been very, very good.
Coming into this game, it was a big question about whether or not Alabama's O-line could hold up against the best defense in the country. Well, they did well enough to allow Bryce Young to throw for more than 400 yards, setting a record for passing and total yards in the SEC title game. Now Nick Saban continues his undefeated streak against his former assistant Kirby Smart, head coach of Georgia, and Alabama is looking now at potentially being the #1 overall seed in the college football playoff. Reporting from Atlanta and Mercedes-Benz Stadium, Jonathan Skinner, WBRC Fox 6 Sports, on your side. Well, happening right now, it's play ball for more than 500 kids from the Hoover and Birmingham areas. It's a free baseball camp that's hosted by Rise to Greatness as well as the city of Hoover, and it's bringing in Major League Baseball players, former All-Stars, even former World Series champions to talk to the kids and teach them about the game.
We travel with a huge contingency of former Major League players, and so them and some volunteer coaches from the area, we're going to be teaching the kids basic baseball skills. So introduction to baseball, hopefully fall in love with the game, and at worst case become fans of the game for life.
The kids not only get to take home the gloves, they get to take home bats and shirts as well, but the players say they want the kids to also take home how important the game of baseball is, but not just that, also lessons for the game of life.
We're not just teaching baseball, we're teaching life skills. That's part of the game too. We just don't come out here and just play baseball. These guys, I'm great to be on the same panel with them because they know what it takes to make it to the big leagues.
We'll do some defensive stuff, but more than anything, trying to get them to enjoy the game, touch the balls, get some gloves, and just come out here and have some fun.
These are our future kids, whether it's baseball or anything in life that they do. And for us to be out here and spend time with them, we got players, former players that come from all over the country, coaches. Us three have Alabama ties. A couple of us went to University of South Alabama, but it's great to be out here for these young kids, and we just like spending time with them and just teaching them a little bit of the skills of baseball.
Reporting from the Hoover Met, Jonathan Skinner, WBRC Fox 6 News, on your side.